Everyone laughed at him. "Why are you watering a dead tree?" But one old man smiled, because he knew something they didn't. Months later, that dead tree would teach the entire village a lesson they would never forget. Every morning, before the village woke up, a young boy carried a small watering can toward the oldest and driest tree anyone had ever seen. The tree looked completely lifeless. Its branches were dry, its roots hidden beneath cracked earth, yet the boy watered it with quiet hope. Villagers laughed every single day. They believed the boy was wasting his time on something that could never come back to life. Only one old man smiled. Without saying a word, he knew this story was never about the tree alone. One evening, the boy lowered his head. "I've watered it for weeks," he whispered. "Nothing has changed." The old man smiled gently and said, "The greatest changes always begin where impatient eyes cannot see. Roots grow in silence," he said. "Just because you can't see progress doesn't mean nothing is happening." Those words changed everything. The next morning, the boy returned, with stronger faith than ever before. Days turned into weeks. The boy returned with his watering can, even though the tree looked exactly the same. "He's wasting his time," the villagers laughed. Even children began mocking him whenever he walked toward the old tree. Their words hurt more each day. For a moment, he almost gave up. But then he remembered his grandfather's advice. He ignored every laugh, poured the water, and walked home. Real strength isn't loud. It quietly shows up every single day. Spring arrived, but the tree still looked lifeless. A single morning of watering it. Then one quiet morning, something unbelievable caught his eye. A tiny green bud was peeking through a dry branch. His hands trembled with excitement. After months of faith and patience, the smallest sign of life felt like the greatest miracle. The same people who laughed every day stood speechless. For the first time, they realized they might have been wrong. Within a few weeks, the tiny bud became many. Fresh green leaves covered the dry branches, and beautiful blossoms appeared where everyone had once seen only death. The villagers rushed to see the miracle with their own eyes. No one laughed anymore. The same voices that mocked the boy were now filled with silence and amazement. The grandfather smiled and softly said, "The tree didn't bloom because of one day of effort. It bloomed because you refused to quit on the days that seemed meaningless." At that moment, the boy understood the greatest lesson of his life. Real success grows quietly beneath the surface, long before the world can finally see it. The village that once laughed now stood quietly beneath the blooming tree. They wanted to know how a simple boy had achieved what everyone believed was impossible. The boy lifted his old watering can and said, "This didn't create the miracle overnight. It simply reminded me to keep showing up, even when nothing seemed to change." The villagers lowered their heads. They realized they had judged the result. While ignoring the patience, discipline, and quiet effort that made it possible, the grandfather smiled with pride. The greatest victory wasn't the blooming tree. It was the boy who had grown into someone who never gave up. The tree became more than a miracle, became a daily reminder that the greatest transformations begin long before anyone else can see the results. Instead of celebrating the blooming tree, the boy planted another small sapling. This time he wasn't alone. Others had finally learned the power of patience. One act of quiet consistency changed an entire village. The people stopped chasing quick results and started believing in small actions, repeated every day. He finally understood that success isn't built by one big moment. It's built by countless ordinary days. When you choose not to give up. Years later, people no longer remembered the laughter. They remembered the boy who believed when no one else did, and the tree that proved faith is stronger than doubt. The grandfather gently whispered, "The tree was never the real lesson. Every drop of water was, shaping your character, long before it changed the branches." The boy walked forward with quiet confidence. He knew that every dream grows the same way, through patience, discipline, and the courage to continue when nothing seems to happen. Never quit because you can't see progress. The strongest roots grow in silence, before the world sees the bloom. If this story inspired you, subscribe for more life-changing stories.